Hello, you retards and screwheads. Welcome to another exciting edition of my show, News of the Day. This is a show where I take news that's running through the media cycle and give it a biblical slant. So let's get started, shall we? First story is I woke up this morning and I live in Asia. I took a shower and then I turned on Fox News. The 5 was on. And I'm not a huge fan of Fox News. And that goes for the 5. Not a huge fan of the show. What else are you going to watch? I'm not going to watch CNN. That's complete garbage. BBC sucks. Anyway, they have a guy on there named Jesse Waters who's a low IQ moron. And I was watching, and he actually said something intelligent. He talked about the concept of corporate colonialism in regards to the border. And that's exactly what's going on. This idea that the corporations are calling the shots and money's involved. You bring these people up, they work for cheap. And I really think that's what it's all about, cheap labor. I think we saw something similar to this in the Deep South, right? When you had all these rich plantation owners who didn't want to pay the going rate to have people look after their farms, to pick the cotton and whatnot. So what do? You go to Africa, you buy yourself some slaves, and boom, free labor. You just have to, foot the bill for housing and food. And we saw in ancient Rome. That's one of the reasons why Julius Caesar was so popular when he crossed the Rubicon. A guy couldn't get a job. There were so many slaves doing all the work. And he came in as a conquering hero, right? Because the common guy couldn't get ahead. And you're seeing that now with all these people crossing the Rio Grande. And the corporate elite love it. You can pay them squat. It keeps the wages down. And they're lucky to have a job. I bet you a lot of them work under the table. And normally, this Jesse Waters is a real lame brain. But I gotta say, he hit the nail on the head. Corporate colonialism. Changing the face of America, destroying our country. Elites, rich elites doing this so they don't make enough. They can't just have a fleet of Mercedes-Benz. There's always room for one more. It's quite disgusting. Second story. Well, let's put a biblical slant on the first story. Again, let's think how that would work. I would say not driving the Canaanites out of Israel and using them as a resource. All right? I think that would work in the biblical sense. All right, second story is about Senile Joe Biden. There are all kinds of videos of him out there where he's just completely out of it. The latest one is when he's at the star-studded event to raise money, the fundraiser. And he's just staring out into space, and Obama has to come over and grab him gently by the wrist and lead him off the stage. And there's a case in Europe when he just wanders away aimlessly, and the Prime Minister of Italy, I should say, Meloni's her name. She has to go and get him by the arm and drag him back to where he's supposed to be. that Juneteenth spectacle when he's just standing there frozen like a complete dullard, just frozen with that goofy grin on his face. And so now what they're saying in the media is that these are all, they call them cheap fakes. In other words, that people are altering the video. Notice how they don't use the word deep fake, because they know it's not fake. They can go back when they're proven wrong and say, well, look, I never said deep fake, I said cheap fake. It's all semantics, right, to keep from officially telling a lie. But I don't know who they're fooling. We can all see it. The guy is completely out of his mind. I have no idea what they're going to do. I mean, you're actually going to make this guy run for president again? I mean, he just headbutted the Pope. It's beyond me. Again, with the biblical slant, I hate to keep repeating myself, but I'm going to go to Romans 1 again. When a country loses its mind, you might say, well, how's the country losing its mind? Who would vote for this? I saw like Trump was speaking in Wisconsin. And, Biden's ahead in Wisconsin, or it's just so even, but I think Biden's up by 0.1% or something. After seeing Joe Biden, how can anyone vote for this guy? You would have to be a loon to vote for this guy. It's beyond me. It boggles my mind how he could win any state. Just boggles my mind. It's almost, we deserve it. I mean, if that's the way we are, then we deserve it. If we're that loony, you get what you get who you vote for. You get the government you deserve, I guess is what I'm saying. Last story of the day is another immigrant story. A guy from Ecuador, in our country illegally, been here for years, in New York, goes to the park, finds a 13-year-old boy and girl, snatches them away, goes to a secluded part in the park, and rapes the girl. 13 years old, he rapes her. And you say to yourself, why is this guy here? Why in God's name is he here? And some people, the libtards, might say, well, look, Americans commit more crimes than, they commit much more crimes than actual illegal immigrants. I don't think that helps their case. If anything, I would say, look, we have knuckleheads that we have to deal with every day who are American. Why do we want more knuckleheads in the country to add to our problems? I mean, have you seen an American city lately? We need more drama? No, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm at 9 minutes, and like I said, I like to keep these videos under 10 minutes. But I would say, going back to, the moron Jesse Waters, why is that Ecuadorian guy here? I know why. Corporate cronyism, or corporate colonialism, I should say. Bring them up here so we can get our cheap labor and we can make more profits, and all we care about is the money. Doesn't matter if the nation falls into a pit. Look at these guys like Larry Fink and Ray Dalio who make so much money off of China. It's treason. But most people just call it capitalism. But anyway, enough said. It's almost 10 minutes. Thank you for watching my show. And press the like button or press subscribe. The more the merrier, right? And I want to wish you all a great day. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.